Kerr, why don't you shut the fuck up and leave America? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the show, I am your host, Rashid White. All right, so as we can see over here, Steve Nash hates America. You know, and we're talking about the actual Kyle Rittenhouse verdict over here. He hates jury trials. You know, and I'm gonna get into a little bit of the history of why we actually have jury trials, and Steve Kerr could actually find himself in the midst of this type of situation. Anyone would, and why you would want an actual jury trial. So let's get into this article over here. This comes from Yahoo News over here. And Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said that many were thinking after a trial acquitted Kyle Rittenhouse of all charges on Friday. This is America, Kerr said Friday before his team played the Pistons. We're treading down a dangerous path. It wasn't a shocking verdict. Of course it wasn't shocking. If you look at the video, it wasn't shocking. But one that poses great risk going forward if we continue to go down this path. States determined that people can just carry, even underage people, weapons of war. Kerr says, let's see. Rittenhouse, 18, shot 2 men to death, wounded another in Kenosha, Wisconsin last summer during the anti-police brutality protest. On Friday, a mostly all-white jury ruled Rittenhouse not guilty and believed he was scared. He was a scared teen defending himself instead of a vigilante. Now, you like how they like to play on words over here. He believed. No, it was definitive. If you look at the video, he's actually being chased. It's what do you call it? A stand your ground state. Yet meaning that he actually doesn't really have to retreat if he has, if he's encountered with deadly force, like someone trying to, let's say, 3 or 4 guys trying to jump him. In a stand in a what do you call it? Retreat state. He actually has to run away. So he ran away in a stand your ground state, and no other choice, he actually has to, defend himself in a sense, though. I mean, I think this is a human survival mechanism over here, man. This is something that's, you're going to defend yourself. You're not going to let anybody just come out over there and try to kill you. You're going to, you're at least going to try. Now, a jury, listen, millions of people died going back to the year 1215, a little bit before that. Because in England, where this country was derived from, in a sense, though, can say that you're guilty of this, you're guilty of that, you stole this, you murdered this person, when that all wasn't true. And there was wars for like almost 700 to 800 years, to actually get you a trial by jury and to actually prove that a person is, guilty or actually innocent. And this can happen to Steve Kerr, especially like in this Me Too movement over here, where a woman can say, hey, Steve Kerr, he touched me, he did this, he did that to me, when it's not true. And we're not going to just go and say, hey, Steve Kerr, you are guilty. No, there has to be a trial. And there has to be evidence that's actually brought before a court. And a jury of your own peers actually makes the determination, not the lawyers, not the judge, not the prosecution, but your own peers actually decides whether, you're guilty or not guilty. Now, in terms of the jury, it was about, I think it was 120 jurors. And Kyle just, they talked to every single last one of them, and Kyle just randomly picked them out, So that was actually smart by the judge, to where they can't say that there was any bias or anything like that from both sides. You wanted a fair jury. So let's get back into this over here, man. The thing I'm most concerned about is gun laws in this country. Kerr said, the fact that we are seemingly okay with a teenager's right to take an AR-15 into an area where there's civil unrest. That's really scary and concerning, but this is where we are with gun laws. I mean, they have gun laws, and the gun laws that they actually pass is for law-abiding citizens, not criminals, because criminals are going to get guns anyway. So, yes, and you go, and it's like when you wear a seatbelt. You wear a seatbelt just in case you have an accident. So you don't actually lose control of the car and then mow people down on the sidewalk. And you lock your doors at night just in case somebody actually wants to, well, let's say lock your car doors at night. So you don't want to actually have people break into your car. And the probability is very, small that that can happen depending on where you are, but it can happen. So Steve Kerr is really, listen, if you don't like it, if you don't like America, leave, man. This guy is worth like, let me see, what's his net worth over here? Steve Kerr, net worth, 2021, let's see. All right, so as per celebrity net worth, Steve has a net worth north of $35 million. All right, so yeah, listen, man, $35 million. And here you are taking a dump on the country. And listen, I guarantee you, if you go to a communist country, you go to China, you're not making this money. You go to Cuba, you're not making this money. Hell, even in Europe, you're not making this money as supposed to. I would even argue you should not be getting paid $5 million because you see what you do when you don't actually have any talent. This man's worth $35 million, man, and he's taking a stab at the country, taking a shot in the face at free market capitalism. It's amazing though. Yeah, this is it takes a dump. He takes a dump in the face of somebody making $35,000 to $40,000 a year. He's in that 5% class in a sense though. Black or white. You should be lucky and grateful and thankful that he is in a country that has these kind of freedoms, and especially the court system that we actually have here. And I'm grateful for it because I was on a jury case. I say this, I was on a jury case, and the person was accused of bringing a gun into a club, and that was, we don't know. But, we believe based on the evidence that the prosecution couldn't prove the case. Now, we actually believe that he may have brought the gun in there, but we couldn't prove it. So that's why we have a great court system. And the guy is black, as a matter of fact. And if it wasn't for the actual jury system over here, that guy would be looking at almost 5 years in prison. All right, we're going to wrap this video up.